Well, hello, 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 everybody. What's up, squatties? How is everybody doing tonight? It is a holiday weekend here in these United States of America. I am blessed, I am blessed, I am blessed that I am off Monday. Yes, indeed, yes, indeed, yes, indeed. What's up, squatties? Are we in the house tonight? Are we ready for some success talk tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Megan's World podcast. It is Friday night, our special edition of Success Talk. For those of you in the chat, and for those of you who are not in the chat who are listening, you know how we do. You know how we do. We have a family success talk, right? I see that the usual suspects are in the house. I see you. I see you. I see you. If you're just joining us, please, if you are not a subscriber, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. And for those of you who are in the live chat, I want to see flowers. I want to see roses. I want to see people dancing. I want to see drinks. You know, it is a holiday 3-day weekend for me. So you know what I'm doing. But I don't want to do too much. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to start slurring during this live podcast. All right. Success Squad, Success Squad, Success Squad. How are we tonight? Please let me know where you are from. Please let me know where you be. Please let me know where you were at. All right. Welcome to Success Talk. Welcome to Megan's World. Because after all, I mean, it really is Megan's world, isn't it? Isn't it? I mean, it really is Megan's world, right? Ah, all right. I'm giving some more people a little more time to join us. So, again, those of you who are in the live chat, let me know where you are from. And we're going to start doing some shout outs. So, here we go. Success Squad. We are an international squad. We are a global squad. We are wide on all sides of the globe, aren't we? We are everywhere, aren't we? Speaking multiple languages, right? Multiple languages are represented in the Success Squad, right? And of course, during this live podcast of Sussex Talk, we are going to talk about our faves because a lot has been going on, right? A lot has been going on. All right, I was just looking in the chat. So let's go ahead and do some shout outs. Is it anybody's birthday today? I could have swore that I saw that it was somebody's birthday today. All of the channel members, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Miss Lydia, I see you. Thank you for your support. Fancy Fancy, how are you doing tonight? Nice to see you. Church Nelly, my homie. I love you. Sherry Ware, welcome, welcome, welcome. I need to talk to you. Fancy Fancy, what's up? How you doing, Miss Carolyn? Kay Castillo, what's up? Were you in the live podcast last week? California homie right there, Kay Castillo. Miss Joyce, welcome. Ursula, how are you doing? Nice to see you in the chat. Hazel, how are you? What's up, Mary? Cookies and cream. Hey, what's up? Black Queen. Good to see you. Miss Emma, how are you doing? Joan, how are you? Joan Commonwealthier. Miss Beverly, hello, hello, hello. Miss Gloria, hello, hello, hello. Miss Diane, how are you doing? Sis Trin, how are you? Cece, I like that. Adrian, how are you? Is it Suprina? How are you doing? I've seen you in the chat before. C Mac, what's up? How are you doing, Miss Veronica? Good evening to you. Is it Mariz? Mariz? Mariz G. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, first time live. Nice to see you. Mina Ruth, 2093. Welcome. Hey, hey, hey. SS says that you're tired. Muy cansado? TCC Sun, nice to see you again. Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to say this right. EMMELLCEE. Welcome. Daria, welcome. Nice to see you. Miss Gladys, welcome. And I hope that you are well too. Okay. Valerie, Valerie, I see you. Nice to see you in the live chat. It's a member. How you doing, Denise? Let me know where you guys are from. Any UK squatties in the house? Anybody from Canada in the house? We American squatties, we are very well represented. Is it Anastasia? Welcome. Hey, hey, hey. Ma Jones. Hey. Gladys. Gladys Favors. Hey. Welcome. How you doing, Lisa? Valerie, did I give you a shout out? Well, I'm not going to take that chance. How you doing, Valerie? Channel member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lottie G, how are you doing? That's right. We don't die, we multiply. Don't we? And boy, we multiplied today. Elizabeth, welcome. I love the flowers and I love the roses. People dancing. Miss Elizabeth understood the assignment. Yes, Kay Castillo is from Southern California. Okay, I thought I saw that it was somebody's birthday. Miss Annie, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Let's show Miss Annie some birthday love, okay? It's a special thing when somebody celebrates a birthday, okay? Very special. I see Miss Elizabeth's from Detroit. Indiana's in the house. Hey, Sunshine. And Sunshine says that their child celebrated a birthday today. Awesome. How you doing, Gwendolyn? Welcome to the chat. Is it Lynn? Lyn. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I'll probably send you an email, Sherry. Hey, 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 Miss Belinda. Welcome to the chat. And she is from Harlem, New York. I knew that. Christine, welcome. I see Georgia's in the house. Hi, love. Welcome. I've seen you before in the live chat. And you're from Australia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What? What does that mean? High as a kite. That's why I love squatties. You know why I love squatties? You know why I love us? Because we keep it real, don't we? We are grown people that keep it real. Okay? We're genuine. We keep it real. And boy, our clapback, woo! Our clapbacks are dangerous, aren't they? See, T R. Yeah, I never say this name right. Tearih. Welcome. And I see you in the chat all the time. I do not know how to pronounce that. How you doing, Sylvia? Welcome. Daria, welcome. Patty G, welcome. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for the donation. You are a very supportive squatty, and I want you to know that I appreciate your support. Miss Shabazz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lucy Patterson. Hey, how you doing? You're from Santa Barbara. Uh-oh. We got somebody from Santa Barbara in the house. Okay. Did you go to the polo games, Miss Lucy? That's the hottest ticket in town now. Them polo matches. I heard that Prince Harry played a polo game today. Let me tell you something about those polo matches. Them tickets, sooner or later, they're gonna go sky high and it's going to be very hard to get a ticket. Watch that space. You better enjoy them $250 tickets now, because trust me, them ticket prices are going to go. They are going to quadruple after a while. All right. I don't know if I gave you a shout out yet, but if I haven't, if I have, I'm just going to do it again anyway. Welcome, Sunshine. Aiden, welcome. Janice, welcome. How is the weather where you guys are at? Out here, it has been hot, 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 hot. Terry, okay, that's what I'm just going to call you. Terry. And thank you. Yeah, I'm telling you, Miss Diane, them polo tickets, the price is going to go sky high after a while because Prince Harry is the big draw. And as long as they continue that path of supporting those local charities out there in Santa Barbara and the surrounding areas, people with money are going to want to be a part of that because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel good that they can buy a ticket and some of those proceeds will go to charity. And they can watch Prince Harry play polo, and they how people do. They can network and make some connections, right? Make some business connections. They can network, and be in the in crowd. So watch that space. Watch that space. All right, squatties, we're going to go ahead and start this live podcast of Success Talk. Success Talk. Rochelle, I see you. Welcome. V. Thomas, I see you. Welcome. Put a put on a smile. I'm gonna say that one more time. I'm gonna highlight that because that's what you did to me. Put on a smile. And I have a smile right now on my face. Welcome to the chat. Let me get my slides here. I see you, Gracie. Welcome to the chat. Southgate, Michigan. All right. I've never been to Michigan. Ma Jones, I see you. I'm going to do like I did last time. I'm going to be going back and forth to the live chat because, I like to see who's in the live chat. There are a lot of people who listen but don't join the live chat. And lately, the last two podcasts, we have had more people actually join the live chat and actually post. So I think that is a beautiful thing, right? All right. Like I was saying, I see you, Rochelle. Like I was saying, Prince Harry, I believe he played polo today. And last week, Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, they had a polo charity event, right? And it was called An Afternoon of Polo in support of local charities. Prince Harry and Nacho, his true brother, their team, Los Padres, uh, were in the match and they actually won, right? And remember during the live podcast last week, I was saying, I hope and pray that while we are doing this live podcast, that there are not pictures all over Twitter and all over social media of Meghan and Harry. Remember we were saying that? Well, there were pictures, right? There were pictures of Meghan and Harry at the afternoon of polo charity polo match, which Los Padres won. Next slide. And there's Los Padres. There's Prince Harry looking good and fit, and his real brother Nacho looking good and fit. And I heard that the two other players were actually teenagers. Is that true? I heard that the two other polo players are actually teenagers, are actually minors. So there is Team Los Padres, and they actually won that charity match. And let's keep in mind that that charity match, those proceeds were going to go to local, right? Local um, charities in Santa Barbara and the surrounding areas. Okay, Miss Joyce, you say that the two players are 16. Wow. Okay. So one is 16 and one is 18. Wow. So, or they're both 16. See, that's what happens when I go back and forth in the chat. But anyway, somebody's 16. I'll just leave it at that. So there is Team Los Padres, and they won. Next slide. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Now, when this picture of Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, hit the internet, I mean, it hit the internet. Boom. I think the world stopped for like 10 seconds and shook when these pictures hit the internet. Okay? I mean, look at her. Just looking gorgeous. I love the the hat, the black wide brim hat. Her hair, right? Look at her hair. Her hair is flawless. It's perfect. Those shades are just I mean, those shades, right? Just have that chic, modern, classic look, right? And the top, the black top with white polka dots, perfect, right? The white Bermuda shorts, perfect. She didn't have too much jewelry on. I mean, it was just a class act, right? Just a perfect, classy, however modern look for Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, right? All right. So, like I was saying, Los Padres, they won the match, and Meghan presented the awards. And here's a picture of Meghan and Harry and one of the 16-year-old players. And this is a picture of Meghan. She's getting ready to get on stage and present, the trophy. And when I saw this picture, I thought, uh-oh, this young man has no idea how much danger he is in looking at Meghan like that, right? I mean, it's like, what? Like, this young man seriously has no idea how much danger he is in looking at Meghan, Duchess of Sussex like that. Because you guys know how Prince Harry is. You know how he is. He don't play when it comes to his wife. Next slide. And of course, the kiss, right? We all saw the kiss, right? And one thing I never noticed that when she kisses him, that she puts her hand, right? She perfectly places her hand in between his mouth and her mouth, right? Well, I should say she perfectly places her hand in between like his cheek and her cheek. So we can't really see the kiss, right? That's the first time that I've noticed that. And I had some other squatties show me different pictures of her doing actually the same thing. So I thought that was cool. Next slide. And then after the kiss, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, she wipes Prince Harry's face because she left, a little bit of lipstick on his face. All right, next slide. I thought that was a really cute picture. I mean, look at Megan. She's just perfect, right? Now, what did you guys think? Because there was a lot of talk about references to Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. When Julia Roberts' character goes to, I believe, a polo game, right? And she's got on, the typical polo hats that women wear, and she's got on a polka dotted top. I believe the color was brown and with the polka dots and a lot of people reference that. I'm sorry, but I didn't see it. Did you guys see it? I didn't see it at all. I didn't think there was any comparison at all. And I'm not knocking Julia Roberts at all. I thought Julia Roberts looked fabulous. Okay, sidebar. Julia Roberts is one of my favorite actresses. Period. She's probably top maybe 4 for me. She's in there. Every movie that Julia Roberts acts in, I think is solid. Okay, I think she's a fantastic actress. All right, so I'm not knocking Julia Roberts at all. Okay, I think she's one of the best actresses, period. But I just didn't see it. A lot of women who go to polo matches wear polka dot tops. I mean, that's nothing new. So I really honestly didn't understand the comparisons. But you know how people do. They like to compare people, right? There's always comparisons. But I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. All right. Next slide. Okay, so you agree with me, Lucy Wynn? Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see the Julia Roberts comparisons. I just didn't agree with them at all. Now here's another picture of Los Padres with Megan. And you see Nacho and you see Harry and you see Megan and I guess the 2 teenagers, right? Which was awesome. Next slide. All right, that's another picture of the team. Next slide. Now, isn't this cute? Now, there were a couple of pictures circulating on the internet, especially Twitter, right? Where there's a picture of Megan, she's talking to some lady, and you see like a little finger in the corner, right? Or you see like a little hand, and people were like, is that a baby hand? But then this picture came out and it was like, well, okay, yeah, that was a baby, right? But people were doing a lot of speculating. And I'm like, you guys need to calm down because at the end of the day, Megan, Duchess of Sussex, will be holding her own damn child, right? Kay Castillo, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate you. You're already a member, but I appreciate the donation. And I'm glad you agree. I just did not see the Julia Roberts comparisons. But hey, it is what it is, what it is, right? But back to this picture. So this is, I believe that this dude was on the opposing team, and this is his child. And this child obviously is trying to grab Megan, Duchess of Sussex's hat, right? So I thought that was a cute picture. I love Megan's expression in that picture. All right, next slide. Now, see, I love this picture. Let me tell you, I love this picture. And the reason why I love this picture is because it just feels so good to see Megan still hanging out and being in contact with friends right? Isn't that a good thing? And we're talking about friends that she's been friends with for years, years, right? We're talking years. So it was great to see this picture. This is Megan, and oh my gosh, what is this actress's name? Oh my gosh, I got a brain freeze. Help me out in the chat. She was in Suits with Megan. Is it Abigail Spencer? I believe it's Abigail Spencer. She was in Suits with Megan, and they're practically twins because they have the same birthday, right? Don't they have the same birthday? Okay, thank you, Miss Catherine. So it's Abigail Spencer, and Abigail Spencer, she's a good actress. But it was great to see Megan hanging out with her friend. I believe that they've been friends for like 14, 15 years. It's obvious that they decided to color coordinate together. So I'm just so happy to see Megan being Megan, enjoying her life, looking good, and hanging out with her true friends. Right. And it's the same thing with Harry, right? He's playing polo, he's having a good time, and he's hanging out with his true, real friends, right? We love that for them. We really do. Next slide. And again, like I was saying, it just feels good to see them hanging out with real friends, right? There was a lot of noise that, Meghan and Harry are hermits, that all they do is stay in the Montecito mansion and they don't ever venture out. Well, we all know that's not true. They're venturing out. They've probably been venturing out in the community and people just didn't recognize them. And the news that dropped today, that's true. When they are out in the community, actually having conversations with people, there are times that people just don't recognize them. And we found that out today, didn't we, Squatties? And we will get to that later on in the live podcast. But there's Prince Harry speaking with his real brother, Nacho. And he's fine. Next slide. See, I love this picture. And for those of you who don't know, but this is Meghan and Harry speaking to Cat Cora. Okay, Cat Cora is legendary. Okay, for you foodies or for people who love watching cooking shows, those of you in the chat and those of you who are listening, do you guys remember the TV show Iron Chef? Do you guys remember that? Am I the only one that used to watch Iron Chef? I wish that they would show those episodes again on Food Network. I mean, I was a huge fan of Iron Chef, and I used to love it when Kat Cora used to compete on that or when she was a judge on that TV show. I mean, Kat Cora was a beast on that show, right? She was a beast on that show. And when I saw that she, attended this charity polo match event, I was like, wow, that is the bomb right there because Kat Cora is a boss. You hear me? Kat Cora is a boss. Next slide. And that's how she looks. Okay. And obviously she was enjoying herself. And as you see in the back, Los Padres celebrating their win. Okay, next slide. If there's another slide. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot about this. This is Prince Harry and oh my gosh, I forgot this actress's name. I need to be more prepared. But this actress is from Australia and my gosh, I just got done watching her movie last week. What is her name? You guys help me out in the chat. She's Australian, I believe. And boy, when she be roasting the royal family, she be roasting the royal family. What is her name? Is it Rebel? Yes, yes. Her name is Rebel Wilson. That's right. Right? Rebel Wilson. Thank you. Thank you in the chat. See, I can always rely on you guys in the chat. Rebel Wilson. Now, she is funny. I think she's really funny. And I love the fact that she goes after any and everybody, right? Like she don't care. Okay. She go to the BAFTA awards and Prince William could be sitting right there in the front row and she will roast his ass, right? She'll roast the whole royal family and she don't give a damn. Right? Right? Excuse me. I just love her sense of humor. I just really, really do. All right. Next line. All right. So Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan, they had that polo charity event and Los Padres won. And let's go ahead and highlight the charities that they supported, which was the Santa Barbara Food Bank, which was awesome. And that's very important, right? Financially supporting and donating to food banks is crucial right now because food is so expensive. And there are a lot of people who can't afford food, right? The grocery bill is sky high. So I thought that was a good look for Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, to be supporting the Santa Barbara Food Bank. And another charity that they were supporting was Calm for Kids. And that charity, which I thought was awesome, is a charity for mental health services for kids. Okay, which shouldn't be a surprise, right? Because Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, they're all about mental health, supporting and advocating for mental health. So I thought that was a good look. And of course, they want to support environmental issues and environmental organizations. So another charity that benefited from this polo match was Health Oceans of Santa Barbara. So that was awesome. That was awesome. It was awesome to see Megan presenting the award. I had a video of that, but I can't find my video. But the video was awesome. And hand clap for Harry and Meghan, putting their money where their mouth is and having these charity events that will benefit. Well, I should say having these fundraising events, right? Having these fundraising events um, that will benefit local charities in Santa Barbara and the surrounding areas, right? So before we get started on Cutie Patootie that's on the screen, I'm going to go ahead and see what you guys are talking about in the chat. What's going on? Okay, yep. Rebel Wilson. Did you guys see her new movie on Netflix? It's actually pretty good. It's like she plays a teenager that's a cheerleader, really popular, and she is doing a cheerleading routine and they throw her up in the air and they don't catch her. She hits the ground and she like is in coma for like 20 years or something like that. And when she's like in her mid 30s, she snaps out of being in coma. She like wakes up from the coma, right? And here she is, like this middle aged, well, not middle aged, but she's like in her middle 30s, right? She's a grown woman. However, her mind is still that of a 17-year-old. So I thought that movie was really, really good. I laughed all throughout that movie. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Nacho is fine. We all know he is. Ma Jones, you saw that movie? That movie is good. Yes, she does. Rebel Wilson does do stand-up comedy, and she's funny. I think she's way more funny than Amy Schumer. I'm sorry. I don't think Amy Schumer is funny. I don't. I just I just don't think she's funny at all. All right. Let's see. What else you guys talking about? Okay. Yes, Justin Trudeau. He is fine. Thank you. Yes, she was. Miss Joyce. You know, I screamed when I saw that. Okay. I screamed. And I guess I just forgot to put that picture in one of these slides. But yes, the lady from Law and Order was also at the polo match. Do you guys know how much of a big fan I am of Law and Order? I can watch Law and Order the whole weekend. I love that show. And I was just like, ah! I was really happy to see that. There were quite a few, famous people at that polo match. So, obviously, it was the hottest ticket in town, and it's even going to become more hotter than that. I'm telling you, them ticket prices are going to jump sky high. Okay. What? What are you talking about, Church Nelly? You need Weatherman Alice to bring you some ice? That's a good point. That is a good point. You know, Today was the last day of school for many children, and they will be home all day. And a lot of children, more than enough children, get the majority of their meals while they're in school. They get breakfast and lunch. And for way too many children, that's the only time they eat, right? So that's a very important point. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and resume that fine male specimen on my screen is Mr. Justin Trudeau. And I'm pretty sure you guys heard in Success Squad land that he made this big announcement, right? Didn't Mr. Justin make this huge announcement about Canada? And it was totally unexpected. I was not expecting him to make this announcement. But when I heard him make this announcement, I was so happy. I was like, wow, that is just awesome for Canada. It's awesome for the Invictus Games, right? But Mr. Justin Trudeau, who is the Prime Minister of Canada, our Northern American brothers and sisters. Hi, Canada. Is anybody from Canada in the chat? How are you guys doing? I know somebody from Canada is in the chat. But back to Mr. Trudeau. He made a surprise announcement, and he was actually building this announcement up, right? So we all kind of knew that it was going to be huge. but we weren't too sure how huge it was going to be. But Mr. Trudeau, Prime Minister, he announced that the federal and British Columbia governments are each committing $15 million in support of the 2025 Invictus Games in Vancouver and Whistler. Guys, that is huge. That is huge. Okay, that's huge. Trudeau said that as the first Invictus Games to feature adaptive winter sports, the event will be uniquely Canadian. He's got a point, right? Doesn't he have a point? An additional $1 million in federal funds will be provided to the Soldier On program to support the participation of Canadian veterans in the games. That is just awesome. I can't wait. And I'm going. All I have to do is just drive to where? New York, right? I live in South Carolina, so basically all I have to do is drive to New York and go ahead and drive on in to the Canadian border, right? All I know is I'm going. I am there. I'm already there. I'm already there. It's 2025 and I'm already there. But it's going to be cold. If there are any Canadians in the chat, how cold does it get in Canada? I heard it gets really cold in Canada. So, I'm going to make sure that I have the proper clothing for that because I got to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I have to be comfortable, and it's not easy being comfortable in cold weather. It's not. Next slide. What are we talking about? Okay, I read that already. Canada, we love you. We love you, Canada. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. $15 million. That is awesome. $15 million to the Invictus Games. It would be nice if the UK can match that. You think the UK can match that? If the Invictus Games were held again in London, do you think the UK government would do something like that? I highly doubt it. But Canada, the next country that comes behind Canada, Canada has thrown down the gauntlet, right? Hasn't Canada thrown down the gauntlet? I mean that is huge. Okay. So the weather in Canada. So the weather in Canada is just as cold as it is in New York. Is it? And I know it gets cold in New York. I know it does. Whew. I just want to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I want to be comfortable while I'm celebrating and having a good time at the Invictus Games because I know I'm gonna have a good time. Okay, I know I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna be socializing every day. All right, next slide. Look at Prince Harry. Look at Prince Harry again, enjoying life. Don't we like to see that about Prince Harry enjoying life? I mean, he's riding his bike, enjoying life. Okay, and I love that for him. I do. I love that for him. Okay, I see some people in the chat saying Yeah, that is true. I didn't mention the other part. It was a total of $31 million, right? No, it was $15 million from, let me pull up the article. Hold on. Let's see. Because actually it was Justin Trudeau wasn't the only person that made the announcement. There was somebody else with him. Let's see here. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Premier John, is it Horgan, made the announcements at Rogers Arena in Vancouver. Let's see. Let's see. So is anybody in the chat from Canada? Because I'm not too sure how the government works in Canada. Because it says Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Premier. So what does Premier mean? Like, what is their government role? John Horgan. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just have to verify that. Is it 15 million or is it 30? 31 million. But what we do know is that over 500 athletes from more than 20 nations are expected to compete in 2025. I mean, that's huge. All right, if anybody has the correct information on that, let us know because we always want to make sure that we are providing facts on this podcast. Okay, I'm looking in the chat. Okay, so the premier is the governor. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so back to Prince Harry. Like I was saying, isn't it awesome to see him riding his bike out in Montecito, doing his thing, enjoying the free, fresh air? He's enjoying the Montecito community, and it's just a good look for him. Um, there was some noise saying that all he does is stay in the house, and obviously that's not true. When you see people riding bikes and doing things that they enjoy, that means that they are happy, right? That means that they are happy. And Prince Harry looks happy. But there was something else that we saw that was awesome. Let me click the slide here. Prince Harry again with his friend. Right? Now, this friend was actually in Prince Harry's wedding, I believe. I believe that he was there and I believe that he participated in some capacity. And it's rumored, we don't know for sure, but it's rumored that he might be one of the godfathers of little Archie. Now, we don't know if that's true, but that's what one of the rumor is. I'm trying to look up his name. Okay, Prince Harry plays tour guide to longtime friend from the UK. Huh, that's so funny. I could have swore that them UK rooted were saying that all of Prince Harry's British friends had dumped him. Remember that? But anyway, Prince Harry plays tour guide to longtime friend from the UK on a bike ride in California. Okay, I just love California. So the Duke of Sussex was spotted riding his bike around his California neighborhood of Montecito, accompanied by longtime pal Charlie Van. Woo! I know I'm gonna jack his last name up right. I'm gonna jack his last name up right. Okay, Charlie. We'll just call him Charlie. We'll call him Chuck. Okay, but apparently this is a longtime friend of Prince Harry's, and they look like they're having fun. They look like that they were enjoying the bike ride, and Prince Harry was in charge, guiding his friend and showing his friend around Montecito. Now, let's see. Let me continue to write this. So it says that Charlie looks like he has some type of charity that helps fund schools in Uganda, which is awesome. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. So apparently these two have been friends for years. Right. Been friend for years. So that's awesome. Yeah, I saw somebody say in the chat that a lot of the UK press, when they reported the story of Prince Harry riding his bike, they didn't even mention that he was with his longtime friend who was from the UK. That's just how bitter salty they are. You know, they are so salty and they're so angry and they're so upset and they got their panties all up in a knot up the crack of their asses. I mean, they're really that angry that their favorite British prince is happy. They're really angry. They're that upset that their favorite British prince is happy living in America with his biracial American wife. It irks the shit out of them. They can't take it. They bust blood vessels every day in their neck when they see pictures like this. Okay? They they can't take it. They can't take it. That's why they always come up with, you know, these bullshit ass stories about Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, you know? But no, the stories of Prince Harry's UK friends, that he dumped his friends for Meghan and that he snubbed his friends and don't none of them like him and that some of his friends are so scared about this memoir that's coming up and they might file lawsuits against him. It's just all bullshit. It really is. It's just all bullshit because they are that angry that he is this happy. They can't take it. It's personal to them, right? It's personal to them. They act like that he has done something personally to them. That's how much ownership that they had over him. Well, I should say that they thought that they had over him. They really honestly thought, and they still think to this day, that they own Prince Harry. They talk about how he preaches. No, they preach. They're constantly telling him what he should and shouldn't do. They're constantly telling him how and where to do it. They treat this man like he's a baby and he's a grown ass man. It's it's extraordinarily strange. It's weird, right? It's weird the way they act. But no, they're that angry at him because he's so happy. And they don't understand how come he doesn't care about, you know, what's going on in the UK or what's going on with the royal families. They They always project. You notice they always project, and they always talk about how Prince Harry needs the royal family if he's going to continue to make money. He needs that royal fairy dust. Who's that blonde-headed bimbo that always talks about how um, Prince Harry still needs the royal fairy dust if he's going to make money? It's projection. He doesn't need that. There's nothing royal that Prince Harry is doing. Riding bikes is not royal, right? Supporting mental health charities is not royal, right? Supporting food banks is not royal. There's nothing royal about that, right? Playing polo, that is not royal. There are a lot of people from different countries that play polo. The Santa Barbara Polo Club, I believe, has been there for decades. I could be wrong, but playing polo is nothing new to Americans, right? Playing polo is nothing new to Americans. I saw some headline that, Prince Harry, he's playing polo. He still has that blue blood. What the F does that mean? He's playing polo, so he still has that blue blood. He's still reminiscing about his time in the UK. These people are fool. They try to attach him anything that has to do with the UK, right? And it's funny. The shit is funny to me. It's like, let this man go. You have his brother. You got Baldy. You got Baldy's wife, Kate Toria, Mumbleina. You got Head and Shoulders. You got the Airheads. That is your royal family. You got Fred and Gladys. You got corrupt Chuck and what do we call her? Cowchilla. That is your royal family. You got Surly Sophie. You got weird Uncle Eddie. That is your royal family. Face it. Deal with it. Let Prince Harry be happy. Well, you know what? I shouldn't even say it like that because Prince Harry is happy. Accept the fact that Prince Harry is happy. He is happy with his American biracial black wife. He is happy with his black American mother in law who cooks greens for him. He is happy living in the United States. And he is happy living in Montecito. His favorite cousin, who is a UK citizen, and her husband and their child are coming out to visit him. His British best friend that he has been best friends with for years is coming to these United States to visit and go on bike rides with him. His best friend, who is a international polo player superstar, comes to California to do his business, of course. But he's hanging out with Prince Harry, who he has been best friends for years. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it and move the hell on. Jesus. This man is happy. He's happy. Accept the fact that he no longer wants bitter tea and hard ass crumpets. He doesn't want that shit no more. He wants some of this good old American food. Okay? That's what he wants. He wants some greens. He probably eats a little bit of fried chicken. You know he's eating macaroni and cheese, right? You know he is. You know he's eating macaroni and cheese. Come on now. Let's keep it real. All right? What other American cuisines that we have? Oh, you know he's eating Mexican food. You know he is. You know Prince. You know Meghan undercover has taken Prince Harry to a taco truck. You know she has. People just didn't recognize them. You know they've been to a taco truck. That's right. You know he's eating some chicken with some seasoning. You know he is. Come on. Accept it and face it. This man is happy. He's happy. Face it. You know Megan done took him to a taco truck. You know she has. He done ate some menudo. He done had some carne asada tacos. Where's K Castillo at? K Castillo. You know, living in Southern California, ain't no way in the world Prince Harry has not eaten at a taco truck. Let's keep it real. He's probably had authentic Chinese food, some really good Korean food. My God, Korean food. You know he has. This man is living his life. Let him be happy. Thank you. Now you now know he done eaten at In and Out Burger. Ain't no way in the world he hasn't. No way. Megan Dunn introduced him to all them joints. She has. That's right. He done forgot all about shepherd's pie. He done forgot all about what fish and chips. He he, he done forgot about all of that. Okay. What's the other? Blood sausage. Okay, mayonnaise. I've been to the UK. I've been to London, and they like to use a lot of mayonnaise. You know, beans and no season at all. But I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, face it. That's why they act so crazy because they're so bitter. I mean, just bitter hags. Bitter. All right. You know, here on Success Talk, we got to keep it real. We got to have some fun, right? We got to have some fun. Yes, yes, yes. You know, he done ate some potato salad. You know, he has. Megan probably done took him to one of them rib joints out there in LA. He probably killing himself eating some smoked ribs. And you know he probably done had some real pizza. She probably done took him to authentic, real pizza joint. And he probably was like, Megan, Megan, what is this? What is this? Oh, this tastes really good. That's why he's playing polo. Because he gotta, stay in shape. Because, his diet has changed. Ah, squatties. I gotta keep it real. And I have no idea if that's happened, but mm, Prince Harry done been to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles now. Megan took Prince Harry to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. There's no way she has it. Little Archie, he likes waffles, right? But he didn't like the syrup on it. Didn't he say that Archie didn't like the syrup? He liked it with jam, right? Like Megan makes her own waffle mix and then makes the waffle, puts jam on it, and flips it over, and he eats it that way. But Megan and took Harry to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. If Megan has it, Serena has. If Megan hasn't took Prince Harry to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, Serena has. All right, let me move on. 2 in the morning, got the fat burger. Cool wop. All right, there's Prince Harry again, riding his bike, looking comfortable, looking happy, right? And that's all we want for him. And them rural road reporters, they just need to face it. They need to face it. This man is happy. Next slide. All right, squatties. We're going to go ahead and get a little serious. I don't want to get too serious, but we're going to get a little serious. Um, as you see in this picture right here, that is a picture of Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and she went to Texas to pay her respects to the 19 school children that were murdered, massacred, and the two teachers that were murdered, massacred uh, at the Robb Elementary School in Texas. Um, this was not too much of a surprise for me, to be honest. I mean, at first I was shocked, but then I wasn't surprised, if that makes any sense. Um, you know, there is just something about children, right? When children are murdered, um, and those of us who have children, whew, it just does something to you. And even people who don't have children. But I think it's a little more for people who have children, or maybe you're very close to a child. Maybe there's a child in your life that you're very close to, or maybe you're that auntie that is like a auntie mama, right? Or maybe you're that uncle, right? That's like an uncle dad. I have an uncle that's like that. He's like my uncle dad, right? My dad uncle. Okay. Um, but boy, there's just something that just grips the soul and grips the heart when children are killed, especially when numerous children are killed and gunned down and just slaughtered, right? They're just slaughtered. But news came out today that Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, well, actually it came out yesterday, right? That Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, went to Texas to pay her respects. This is a picture of her right here at the memorial. And she's got a hat on, she's got her hair out, and she's got some jeans on, and she looks like an ordinary person. No fanfare at all. Next slide. There she is again. Um, Next slide. And that's her backside. Next slide. And there she is. She's getting ready to put some flowers down at the memorial. And you could tell that they're beautiful. Next slide. And there she is laying them down, which is awesome. Um, Next slide. Let me make sure I keep up. Jeez. This might be the last slide. One more. And there she is right there. Paying her respects. And, in that picture, she looks like she's getting a little emotional. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. A lot of those children were like no older than 10. A lot of them were between the ages of 8 and 10, right? Third and fourth graders, right? And that whole situation is just horrid. It's just horrible. And, I've been listening to it and it kind of puts me in a place that I don't like. So I'll turn it off, but then I'll turn it right back on and I have to listen. I have to listen and really, you know, I just really grieve for the families. I really, really do. And it's hard to see little kids tell what happened, right? That is hard to take in. I was watching CNN last night and there was this cute little boy. I think he was 8 or 9. And I mean, he actually did an interview. He did an interview on CNN and he did an outstanding job. He told the story. I mean, he told exactly what happened. And just think, he was a second grader. And just think, those memories will never, ever in his life ever go away. Never. That will forever have an impact on his life. Okay, but there's Megan right there laying down some white, I believe they're roses, if I'm not mistaken. And just paying her respects. Which that's what she should do. If that's what she wants to do, that's what she should do. Yeah, Patricia. I can't imagine. I have a 10-year-old nephew, and I just can't imagine him um, being at school, hearing gunshots, and being that scared. I mean, there was a little boy. I don't think he was in second grade, but he was a little guy, and he was saying that he heard the gunshots and they were hitting the windows, and he said that he was asking himself, why is this happening? That is so sad. So sad. I know. I'm hearing about the police, and that shit is pissing me off about the police. Okay, it's they keep on changing the story. They keep on changing the story. They keep on changing the story. And yes, you're right, Joan. The more you listen, the angrier you become, don't you? The angrier you become. I mean, I'm a law enforcement person. Don't get me wrong. I am pro law enforcement. Okay, I have a military mind. I believe shoot first, ask questions later. That's me. Okay, and that's just based on my military experience. When in doubt, lock and load, right? Pull that trigger. Shoot now, ask questions later. Oops, my bad. But so my point is that I am a pro law enforcement person. I am. I'm pro law enforcement. I have quite a few family members who are in law enforcement. Okay, I can think of four of them right now that are in law enforcement. Yes, law enforcement has issues when it comes to race. Okay, so I'm not blind to the systematic racism in law enforcement. But I'm a pro law enforcement person. I believe that we need to support law enforcement because they are the first responders. If something happens in your life to where you feel like you're in danger, who's the first person you're going to call? What's the first agency you're going to call? It's law enforcement. People call law enforcement for any and everything these days. You can get into argument with your neighbor and they'll call law enforcement. And I think that's what the problem is with law enforcement. They're involved in any and everything, and it shouldn't be like that at all. Law enforcement to me has no business responding to mental health issues. Okay. They should not be the first responders when somebody's in a mental health crisis. Right? So I do feel that law enforcement is they should not be the be all end all. But anyway, to bring this back around, I agree. Law enforcement, got a lot of questions. Keep on changing the story. If that murderer was barricaded in that classroom with those little children for 40 minutes to an hour, and they were not doing anything to bust down that damn door, whew, Jesus. Why are you a law enforcement officer if you're scared? You can't be scared being a law enforcement officer. That's just crazy. The first story was that there was a law enforcement officer on the scene. There was a what do you call those cops that are in school? A resource officer, right? And that's sad in itself that there has to be a resource officer at an elementary school. That's horrible in itself. But however, the story was that there was a resource officer that exchanged gunfire with this fool, right? With this murderer, right? Wasn't that the story at first? Now it's coming out that there wasn't a resource officer. Hmm. Okay. Now the story is that this guy somehow, some way found an open door at the school, which is horrible. Because I'm telling you, the schools where I live, they are on lockdown. They don't play. Everything is locked up. You got to ring a buzzard. And if you're looking crazy, or if they do not recognize you, you're not getting to that school. Mm-mm, you're not. I've seen parents have a hard time picking up their kids from school. So, anyway, yes, the whole law enforcement issue is just horrible. But I was proud of Megan. Not was. I am. I'm very proud of Megan for doing this because her heart is really in it. Okay? And it goes to show that she doesn't care. She doesn't care what people think. If she feels like it's the right thing to do, damn it, she's gonna do it. She knew that there was going to be some form of backlash. She knew that, but she didn't care because at the end of the day, like she said, she is a mother. The most important title that I will ever have is mother. Isn't that what she said? She said the most important title I will ever have is mother. And she's right. That's the most important title that you will ever have. if you're blessed to have children. Okay. All right. Next slide. All right. So not only did Megan go pay her respects to the 19 children that were murdered and the two adults that were murdered at Robb Elementary School, but she went ahead and volunteered at a blood drive. Okay, and there she is. How do I take this thing off? Do I double click it? I need to figure out how to get that stuff off. But anyway, here's a picture of Megan volunteering at a blood drive. Okay, she's got a mask on, and those are some of the volunteers. Next slide. So apparently, Megan volunteered at this blood drive, like I already said, and what she did was she donated food, and she donated food to the volunteers, and she handed out food, which was awesome. I mean, that's one thing about Megan. She's always thinking about others, right? Always thinking about others. She didn't just go to the memorial to lay down beautiful white roses. She said, I'm also going to volunteer my time, and I'm also going to donate food. So, and she did more than that. And we will talk about that very, very soon. But this slide, you know, there was an article. Did you guys get a chance to read the article? And I know a lot of people don't like BuzzFeed anymore because of that horrid so-called journalist. But um, there was another journalist that actually wrote the story. But there is a BuzzFeed article, and that wrote, I thought, a fairly decent article about Megan and what she did while she volunteered at this blood drive. So the title is, Meghan Markle said she held her children a little bit tighter after learning about, the school shooting. And I can relate to that. As a mother, I can relate to that. You, and I think I've said this before on the podcast, moms and dads, uh, while you're at work, or just, whatever you do while your children are at school, you think about your children. They come on your mind, right? Don't they come on your mind? You're like, I wonder what's going on with my child. Your child comes across your mind. And, school is supposed to be a safe place. It's supposed to be a safe place for children. It's supposed to be a safe place for teachers. It's supposed to be a safe place for everybody. Schools are a part of the community. Schools are the community. And it's a damn shame that children have to worry about getting shot or killed at school. So, I can absolutely relate to Megan in regards to hearing the news about the school shooting, and holding your children a little tighter. But this article interviewed people that actually spoke with Megan and that actually worked with her while she was volunteering. And let's see, next slide. These group of women, they they said it's funny. We didn't even know it was her until after she left, and now we're so sad. I mean, to be honest, we thought she was our neighbor. Now, doesn't that speak volumes? Like seriously, doesn't that speak volumes? I want to ask you guys in the chat, and I already know what you guys are going to say. But do you think if you were speaking to Megan and she looked like that, would you recognize her? Like seriously, if you're just going about your day and your mind is totally somewhere else, right? You're thinking about this tragedy and you're volunteering and you're doing your thing and you start talking to this person who happens to be Megan, Duchess of Sussex. Would you recognize her? I'm sorry, I would have to think that I would recognize her. And maybe it's because we're squatties, right? But there would be something in her eyes because Megan's got distinct eyes. And her black hair would give her away, right? Yeah, yeah, everybody's saying absolutely. Everybody's saying absolutely. Absolutely. I would. I would. Okay, Elita says it depends on the circumstances. Okay. Yeah, I think I would recognize her. I would like to think I would recognize her. But you never know. When you're in your own world, and your mind is somewhere else and your heart is full and you're just working, doing your thing, and if you're volunteering with people that you really don't know, and this person who's volunteering just like you just casually strikes up a conversation with you, would you recognize Megan? If she said her name, then my guards would go up because I'd be like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, shit. I'm volunteering. You know, this is Megan's thing. Is this her? Oral said, I think I'll faint. I would just be like, oh my God. I'd be like, Megan, I got you. I'm not going to say nothing. Yeah, she did tell somebody that she was from Santa Barbara, right? Yeah, she did tell somebody that. Yeah. But what I liked about that, you know, when they said it's funny that we didn't even know her until she left and we thought that she was our neighbor. I mean, to me, that's a testament to her character, right? They thought that she was a part of the community and they thought that she was one of them. Isn't that great to be fans of somebody like that? Somebody who can just blend into the community and be about service, blend into the community, no fanfare, be about service, have some conversations with people, and then bounce, be out. Isn't that great? And I read, and we'll talk about it, that she didn't even really want to leave. She didn't really want to leave. She wanted to stay longer, but because of that damn Beto, she left. But I like Beto, so excuse me. All right, next slide. So some of the ladies were interviewed, and this person said, she was just really sweet. And this was a volunteer. Um, she was just kind of walked in with her security. So she did have some security with her and started putting ice waters in the bucket with us and laying out chips for the people who were needing snacks before and after donating. Okay. See, the security would have gave it away for us, right? Especially if that one security guy was with her. What do we call him? The guy with the nice ass. I think he's bald headed. If he would have walked in there, I would have fainted. I would have been like, "Oh shit, Megan, Duchess of Sussex is here." All right. And this person says, I even talked about my personal life, telling her about my son and my family, and coming to Texas because she told me she was from Santa Barbara. And I said, well, you need to come to Texas. We were talking about Texas and how it is to be in a small town and how everybody is so kind and warm-hearted and we know each other and stuff, and how the faith is deep rooted. This lady's just chopping it up with Megan, Duchess of Sussex. Just chopping it up with her. And she has no idea who she is. That is a testament to somebody's character. She thought that she was talking to somebody who was really nice and somebody who was really invested in wanting to volunteer. She thought she was talking to somebody who really cares, somebody who's genuine. Okay. And she probably sensed that, Megan was a mom. You know, Nothing royal about that, is there? Nothing royal about that. Next slide. Okay. One of the nurses came over to me and said, "I cannot believe you did not tell us Meghan Markle was here. We were standing right next to her," Rakeen said. And the head of the volunteer crew said, "I stood there and talked to her for 10 minutes. I had no idea." And I said, "That's what they wanted. They didn't want you to know that she's here." Now, isn't that outstanding? They did not want you to know that she was here. That is what they wanted. That just makes me feel so good. She did not want people to know that she was Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. She wanted people to know that she was Meghan. I live in Santa Barbara. My name's Megan. I live in Santa Barbara. That's what she wanted. And she accomplished that, didn't she? Didn't she accomplish that? All right, next slide. "It was not a photo op," she said. "I reiterate, Megan did not bring any cameras with her. She didn't bring any reporters. In fact," she said, "Megan had expressed a desire to stay at the center for more time, but she and her security team left when Texas gubernatorial candidate Beto O'Rourke arrived with a crew of news reporters in tow." Oh, Beto! You sorry sucker. So she left because of Beto. And you guys, I believe you guys know who he is, right? Beto O'Rourke. He is running for governor in Texas, and I hope he wins. I really do. But she left because he was coming with a whole bunch of TV news cameras. I mean, that's huge. You're hearing it from the horse's mouth. You're hearing it from people who were actually there. You're hearing the truth. You are hearing facts from women who were volunteering their time at a blood drive to help support families of children that were murdered like damn dogs. Okay? How in the world can a UK press that is all the way across the pond discount and ignore and be disrespectful to these women's account of their interactions with Megan from Santa Barbara? They're just going to discount it and act like these women are either not telling the truth or these women are delusional. There was no Netflix cameras there. She didn't bring a TV crew there. The TV crew was already there. The photographers and the TV crews have been there since these poor innocent babies were slaughtered. How disrespectful can you be? They want to put all of this on Megan from Santa Barbara and blame her and say she brought a TV crew when she didn't. The TV crews and the cameras and the photographers were there and they've been there for the past 2 days because innocent children were slaughtered. I just don't understand how you can just lie with your whole chest on a consistent basis and be disrespectful to another country's tragedy because you hate Megan from Santa Barbara that much. You're going to disrespect our American press and act like they're not there covering children that were slaughtered. You're just going to act like the American press hasn't been there for the past 2 days. The local press was there. The international press was there covering families, highlighting that memorial because there were innocent children that were slaughtered. Netflix was not there, damn it. She didn't bring her own TV crew. I would dare to say that the photographers and the TV crew, the American TV crews that were there, I don't think they recognized her at first. I don't think that they had a clue who she was. I'm told that it was the goddamn BBC that recognized her and ran her out of there. That's what I was told. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that it was the BBC that recognized her and ran her out of there, followed her all the way to her car. The American press did not do that. I don't think they recognized her. I really honestly don't. These UK rural rodent reporters in the UK press, certain fashions of the UK press, they're just evil. They will stoop so low and be so disrespectful because they hate Megan from Santa Barbara that much. That's how much they hate her. She showed up with the TV crew when it's obvious that the press was already there and they have been there for the past 2 days. If she showed up with the damn TV crew, how come the TV crew didn't leave with her? When she was walking away, was there a TV crew walking behind her? The only TV crew I saw walking behind her was the BBC, who chased her to her car. That's the TV crew I saw. That's the TV crew I saw following her to her car. That's the TV crew I saw her sidestepping to get away from. People are freaking evil. Evil to the core. I'm pretty sure a lot of the American press thought that that was so disrespectful, saying that she brought a Netflix crew, acting like the American press that had been there for the past 2 days is the Netflix crew. You got people screaming from other news organizations saying that a Netflix crew was not there. You got women, you got women like these beautiful women right here, like these beautiful patriots right here, like these beautiful American patriots right here who are volunteering at a blood drive, handing out food because children were slaughtered. They're handing out food, supporting their communities who are saying that a Netflix crew was not there and it was not a photo op. She didn't arrive with TV cameras. Disrespecting these women. You're disrespecting this community, saying that bullshit and putting that bullshit out there like that. That's what you're doing. All because you hate Megan from Santa Barbara that damn much. Mm, mm, mm. That's okay though, because when your tired ass royal family bites the dust, and when Queen Elizabeth goes on to glory, when you guys find out that people honestly, globally, don't give a shit about your royal family, that'll be a joyous day for us. You feel me? All right, back to the slide. Rankin said that she spoke with Meghan for about 20 minutes. Another beautiful soul, another woman, and I believe Rankin was the director or something like that to that effect of this blood drive, right? Another American patriot who was volunteering her time, supporting her community. She said that she spoke with Meghan for about 20 minutes about the tragedy, the blood drive, the work that the center does, and the Sussex family life in the United States. I asked her, "So, how's your husband doing?" Can you imagine asking Meghan, "How's your husband doing?" "Yeah, yeah, girl. How's your husband doing?" "Yeah." "So, how's your husband doing?" Rankin said. She said, "He's doing very well." And then she whispered to me, "Don't believe what you read." I love it. I love it. That was awesome. He's doing well. Don't believe what you read. All right. Let me go in the chat real quick because I was talking a long time, but I had to get that out there because I don't think they realize how much they disrespect America and Americans who tell the truth and who tell facts. I don't know if there's a lot of you guys in the chat, but I'm on Twitter all the time, right? I'm on Twitter all the time. I'm on Instagram all the time. And let me tell you something. You had a lot of American press who were putting out tweets, right? Um, say like if a deranger posted that Megan had brought Netflix and TV camera crews, you had American press responding saying that's absolutely not true. She did not bring a TV camera and Netflix was not there. Okay. And I just thought it was great. You know, you really honestly had some American press. And I'm talking about local American press, right? American press that's local. There's a lot of different local American press that is in Texas. You know, you got local press from, let's say, the state of Ohio, California, just all over the United States, right? Who were there in Texas covering this story. I mean, they have no reason to lie. And when they see that stuff posted on Twitter, they're actually responding and say that's not true. She did not bring a TV camera and there was Netflix was not there. That's just a lie. Right. And it's great to see that. It's great to see the American press respond. And it's also great to see just random people from all over responding to the lies. But next slide. Okay, I'm just gonna go through some posts here that I found that was great. Um, this tweet, this person says, if you have more of an issue with Meghan Markle giving blood than politicians who enable school shootings, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, for clarification purposes, Meghan did not give blood. Okay, and that was the first story that came out. The first story that came out was that Meghan donated blood. No, she did not do that. What she did was she donated food. Right? She donated food and she I had a brain freeze. She donated food and she helped the volunteers. Right? So she did not give blood. But I mean, look, this tweet at that time had gotten over like 4,000 likes. Right? And this person I don't believe is a squatty. A lot of these tweets I'm about to highlight are from non-squatties. Okay? Non-squatties. I mean, the UK press is getting Americans fired up. Okay, they really, really are. They're getting Americans fired up. Americans are getting tired of the character assassination against Meghan from Santa Barbara. Okay, and don't get me wrong, because I know that there are some American right wingers that are gunning for her too. And I get that. I totally get that. But when you read the tweets from American right wingers, well, I don't even know if I should say that. I just don't know if they're just as vile or just as distasteful as the tweets from those derangers. But I could be wrong though, because I'm pretty sure that they gun for her too. But it's mainly for political reasons, right? It's not personal. I don't think it's like personal. But anyway, I could be wrong about that. All right. Next slide. Right, here's another tweet that I saw. Meghan Markle continues to gain my respect and admiration through her open heart and kindness. She brought two duffels filled with food and spoke with volunteers. She left with zero fanfare. Okay? So we're just going to discount these people's feelings. We're just going to discount these people's opinions because it's positive about Meghan from Santa Barbara. That's what we're going to do? No, that's not what we're going to do. That is not what we're going to do. Bleep. Next slide. I thought this one was great. Meghan Markle is an American too. I think people forget sometimes that Meghan is a mom as well. If she wants to come and give her tribute to the 19 people who lost their lives, let her. She may not be Texan, but she is American, and we are tired, angry, and scared. I mean, that's like a microphone drop tweet right there. Right? I mean, that's huge. And she's so right. She is so right. Meghan is an American and she is a mom. Okay? She is an American and she is a mom. What did Meghan say? Most important title I will ever have is mom. Right? Next slide. After witnessing the unhinged hate for no reason and not having an opinion previously, I'm now a big Meghan Markle fan after the last few days. Now, that says a lot. That says a lot. I can't speak for most countries, but I know here in America, you know, we we don't like to see people get constantly brutalized for no reason, right? It's like if we see it over and over and over again for no reason, we tend to speak up and want to protect that person, right? And that might not be an American thing. It could be a human spirit thing, right? If you see somebody getting constantly battered and bruised over and over and over again for no reason, and then you see their humanity and their character, and you're just like, why are they painting this person like they're the devil? Right, that like they're the worst thing ever, like they're so evil. But you're seeing something totally opposite. It makes you want to speak up, right? It makes you want to speak up. It makes you want to say something, maybe even protect that person. And that's what's going on. And it's been going on for a while, right? It has. If you take it all the way back to when Meghan and Harry first left the royal family, remember when Meghan spoke up and she encouraged Americans to vote? And she got attacked viciously by certain British press and even British citizens, some British citizens saying, she's a royal, she can't get involved in politics and yada yada. And what did Americans do? Americans stood up for her, right? Remember that? A lot of Americans were like, no, there's nothing wrong with her encouraging Americans to vote. She's an American. She can do that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Well, what was another time where Americans were like, whoa, 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 wait a minute now, wait a minute, leave her alone. There's nothing wrong with her doing that. Another time, the paid leave, when she advocated for paid leave, right? Again, a lot of the UK press, even some UK citizens, oh, she shouldn't be talking about politics, advocating for that. And Americans were like, whoa, 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 wait, mind your business, mind your business. There's nothing wrong with her advocating for paid leave. She's an American citizen. Remember that? Right? Americans, you know, how can I explain this? You may not like somebody, but we will speak up and stand up for that person's right to do something, right? We're very, very protective of personal rights, our autonomy. We're very protective of being able to do what we want to do as long as it's legal, right? We're a very, very my rights personal country, right? And I think that's what happens when Meghan says something or does something and she gets attacked by the British press, and Americans see whatever she's doing as an American thing. And many Americans who are not squatties will say, "Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Mind your business. Mind your business. She's an American citizen. If she wants to encourage Americans to vote, she can encourage Americans to vote. I may not agree with her liberal views. Oh, no. I may not agree with her liberal views, but she's an American. If she wants to encourage Americans to vote, then, that's her right. Paid leave. No, 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 no. She's American. If she wants to fight for paid leave, then there's nothing wrong with that, right? Black Lives Matter. When she came out and said that she supports Black Lives Matters, and she got pounced on by the British press and this, that, and the other, Especially Black Americans were like, "Oh, mind your business, mind your business, mind your business," right? Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say in the chat? There's just certain subject matters where Americans will be like, "Oh, wait a minute now, leave her alone. If she wants to encourage Americans to vote, if she's fighting for paid equality, if she's fighting for paid leave, that's okay. We agree with that." So let me bring this back around because I'm getting a little long winded here. So, again, I can't speak for other countries, but here in America, if somebody is paying their respects to slaughtered children, the majority of us are not going to vilify that person. We're not. First, we're going to look at the humanity of that person, right? And then we're going to say, you know what? That's awesome that this famous person is using their platform and paying their respects to these slaughtered babies. Okay, there's a lot of famous people that do that. Remember the Parkland children? Remember that? How that teenagers killed all those kids, those students, right? You had all kinds of celebrities coming out about that. You had Madonna. I mean, there was just so many. I don't even really want to name names, but there were so many famous people that came out and supported those kids. But the British press, they didn't have a problem with that. Remember the Parkland march? Remember when they marched to DC? Look it up on the internet. Look and see who was in that march. I'll give you a hint. The guy was a Beatle. Okay? He was a Beatle. He was. He participated in a march for the Parkland kids. He marched. I don't know if it was the march to DC, but he was there. Yeah, all up in the crowd. The guy was a Beatle. His first name begins with Paul. I didn't hear the British press having a heart attack about that. This is all because of how much they hate Meghan from Santa Barbara, right? All right, next slide. This man says, "I've got Meghan and Harry's backs for life now. Man, she really did this for the families, not herself at all." Boom, microphone drop. Boom. Thank you, Miss Daniel. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Gwendolyn. He was there. Paul McCartney marched in one of the marches. I don't know if it was the DC march, but the Parkland massacre, right? There were marches, and he participated in one of the marches. And I don't recall any British press having a shit attack about that. I don't recall British press accusing him of making it all about him. And he was there. So it's okay for him to do it, but it's not okay for Meghan from Santa Barbara to do it. All right, next slide. Ooh, this podcast is running long. I'm sorry for keeping you guys. I'm just sitting up here talking, but we're all family. So, this slide is very, very important because, like I was saying, Megan, she's doing more than just handing out free food and donating free food. Okay. She's doing more. And I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more to come. All right. So, this person posted this on Twitter. It says, I just want to say Meghan Markle is a wonderful person. Her intentions are pure. She spoke to my mother on the phone and offered to help. But of course, we have received so much already. Meghan is still going to send the kids something. We are grateful for her. I thank that young man for posting that. I really, really do. Okay. She's doing a lot more than just donating free food and helping out the volunteers. She really cares. She really, really does. She's reaching out to these families. And I'm pretty sure that there are more people that are reaching out to these families. But this person, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be more, wanted everybody to know that Megan reached out and she's helping. She wants to comfort people. And these stories cannot and will not be drowned out on these American shores. They're just not. Next slide. All right. I thought this was pretty cool. South Texas Blood and Tissue. Thank you for stopping by, Megan. This is perfect. And the reason why I wanted to highlight this is because, they simply call her Megan. Thank you for stopping by, Megan. Oh, I just love that. Don't you guys? I just love that. No royal title. And oh man, I just not encourage, but I hope more Americans will start doing this. Just refer to her as Megan. Just do that because that's who we see, right? That's who we relate to. We relate to Megan from Santa Barbara, right? I bet you if you walked up to the average American and you said, "Hey, do you know who the Duchess of Sussex is?" They'd be like, "Who? What?" But if you said, "Do you know who Megan is?" They'd be like, "Oh yeah, 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 Megan, yeah." Next slide. All right, now when black social media websites start reporting about you, you know that you're in and it's a wrap. Right? Look at Boss Up. Boss Up. Look at that. Royal respects. Meghan Markle visits, I don't know how to say that name. Is it Uvalde following mass shooting? When you got Boss Up and The Root posting positivity about you, you're in. I mean, she's been in, right? I mean, she's been in, but once black social media websites, you know, start talking about you and telling your story, I mean, you're in. It's a wrap. It's like you good. You good. People got your back. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, right? I'm just playing. Next slide. All right. And I keep on referring back to this title because it's so true. Most important title I will ever have is mom. And that's why she did what she did. She knew that there were going to be certain fractions of the press that were going to rip her apart. She knew that, but she didn't care. She was going to do the right thing. She was going to go with her heart and do the right thing and support the families of these murdered children. And I believe that there were two teachers that were murdered. And she wants to support the communities that are supporting these grief stricken families. I cannot even imagine losing a child, period. But to lose a child in that way, there are stories of that these kids, they had an A and B honor roll, right? What's the word I'm looking for? They had an A and B honor roll presentation, right? Kids were an award ceremony. There we go. They had an A and B honor roll award ceremony. And, these kids that were on the A and B honor roll were given their certificates, right? And their parents were there. And then once the award ceremony was over, the parents left. I mean, you see these parents on TV who are saying, I just literally saw my child at this A and B honor roll award ceremony, 2 hours ago, an hour ago, and now my child is dead. I can't imagine that. Can you imagine that? That you just saw your child get an A and B honor roll award certificate, and then 2 hours later you're hearing gunshots at that school? Jesus. I feel Megan when she says that she held her children a little tighter. My son's school had award ceremonies today. You know, my son's school had an award ceremony today. And I'm telling you, parents were a little antsy. Parents were looking around. People had that look in their eye, that look of fear in their eye, looking around, checking people out. Okay. So I'm going to revert back to the chat, see what you guys are chatting about. We are almost to an end of this podcast. Woo! This is a long podcast. Woo! What are you guys talking about? Um, absolutely. Absolutely. Got some good conversations going on in this chat. I hope they don't. What? Megan shall be mine. What? It's you'll see squatties talk about how Megan is their wifey and this, that, and the other. I think that is so funny. But you know who my wifey is? And I seriously have a girl crush on her, and I have for years, right? But my wifey, my girl crush is Serena Williams. Jesus. Mm, mm, mm. Serena is blessed. And that's all I got to say about that. It's like my brother would say, damn, Serena got a sweet onion. All right, I don't want to be disrespectful to Megan's friend now. All right. Let's see. Yeah, he's another idiot. Who? Robert Lacey? I heard his book when he redid his book or did release the second version of his book. I heard that it didn't even sell well. And that other idiot, I heard her book didn't sell well either. I think I talked about it on the last chat. As a matter of fact, I just read that her book actually fell and it never hit number one. I'm pretty sure you guys know what book I'm talking about. Tina Brown's book. It never hit number one. Viola Davis stopped that. Viola Davis's book hit number one, and Tina Brown's book was number two. But then, like the following week, I think it fell to like number six, and I don't even think it's in the top 10 now this week. Ah, ah, good. Her old racist anti-American book. I'm glad a black woman stopped that bullshit. Yeah, I agree. I'm glad Megan left because Beto, he would have. He 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 would have given her away. He would have. He would have blown her spot up. So I'm glad she got up out of there when he was coming. And I read he came with his own TV crew. Mm. I I read that Beto came with his own TV crew, gave blood, and then he was out. Now I was disappointed in that. I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true, but that's what I read. So can't believe everything you read, like Megan said, right? Can't believe everything you read. That's right. No titles, no titles. American press, please just refer to her as Megan. Just start referring to her as Megan. I mean, and I don't want to be disrespectful to Prince Harry because I do understand that Duchess of Sussex is her married name, but when Madonna was married, she didn't use her married name. Who's another one name global superstar? You got Madonna. Who else? Um, Dang, my mind went blank. Oprah's not married though, but you got Oprah. You can just say Oprah. Everybody knows what you're talking about. You say Madonna. Everybody knows who you're talking about. Um, who else? Help me out in the chat. Who else is a global superstar that we only know them by one name only? There you go. Thank you, Miss Lydia, coming through. Beyonce, right? Who says Beyonce Carter? Nobody. Don't nobody ever say Beyonce Carter. So you got Beyonce, you got Madonna, you got Oprah. Yep, you got Cher. Who else? Nutty Doctor, thank you so much for your donation. We here at Megan's World Podcast, we really appreciate it. You guys are coming through. You're coming through with the receipts. You got Jewel. You're damn right. You got Rihanna, right? Just call her Megan. Everybody's going to know who you're talking about. And see, the British press is responsible for that. Because remember, in the beginning, the British press would never refer to her as Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. They would always refer to her as Meghan Markle, right? Didn't want to give her her royal flowers, her royal title, right? That's right. There you go. You got Zendaya, right? I'm not familiar with that person. Who's Maya? Yeah, you got Ellen. I mean, you got some global superstars who got, they're only known by their first name. I love her. Oops. Sade. I read somewhere that Sade is 60 years old. My God. Let's see. Yep, you got Denzel. Yep, Pink. Uh-huh. I miss her. Oh, okay. The singer? That's right. Maya. Yep. Monica. You guys are coming through. Yeah. Yeah, these women are known by their first name. So let's speak that into existence, American press. Meghan. It's Meghan. Brandy. Yep. Yep. I've never known Brandy's last name. Never. Kanye. Yeah, Kanye is crazy. But I think his mother's death really affected him. Yeah, I think his mother's death really affected him. Seal. I forgot about Seal. Oh, Brandy's last name is Norwood? Oh, okay. I used to love me some Brandy. I used to buy her CDs all the time. Eve, yeah. I used to love me some Eve too. I used to love Eve and Gwen Stefani. Man, got me reminiscing now. I love me some Gwen Stefani. I mean, I know she's not a one name, but now I'm thinking about music. Sting. What happened to Sting? Where's he at? Is he still living? Yeah, Ma Jones. I think his mother's death really affected him because I miss Kanye. I really do. I miss the graduate Kanye. I miss the 808s Kanye. He really puts out some really good music. You know, how can we forget about Mariah? At first, it really was all about Mariah Carey, but then she just went through the stratosphere, and now it's just simply Mariah, right? Mariah. I used to love me some Mariah Carey. I mean, I still do, but there was a time where Mariah, Jesus, she's like it, right? She's like the last of the divas of that era. Like when you think Mariah Carey, God, I am going over it. If those of you who want to leave the chat or need to sign off, go ahead because I am going over. I'm getting ready to end this podcast, but I just remember, you know, when it comes to Mariah Carey, album after album after album, just monster albums. It's not like that anymore. Janet Jackson, like album after album after album, monster albums. Those guys, those legendary artists, right? Those guys have album after album after album after album. It's not like that anymore. But anyway, yeah, Bono. Is she? No, don't break my heart. Sistren. No. You think so? How in the world can she be? Well, you know what? California there are a lot of MAGAs in California, but that hurts. I'm going to act like I didn't even see that post. I can't even repeat that. Yes, Adele. Yeah, Maxwell. Oh my God. I forgot about Maxwell. Yep. Yep. He's another one. His albums are awesome. All right, squaddies. It's time for me to go ahead and end this podcast. I enjoyed you guys tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed our sexist family chat. We ran a little late tonight. I tried to keep it under 2 hours, but we went over a little bit. But yeah, she is from the OC. See, look at me veering off again. Yeah, she is. But still though, I just always saw her as having kind of leaning liberal views. But you know what? The Gwen Stefani that I grew up loving and certain ways idolizing. Because let me tell you something. There was a time, whatever Gwen Stefani was wearing, that's how I was dressing. Whatever she was wearing, that's how I was dressing. Whatever she was doing, that's what I was doing. Okay, so that hurts my heart if she really is an undercover closet MAGA. Oh Jesus. I'm gonna go to bed crying. But anyway, it's time to end this podcast, guys. I appreciate you guys listening tonight to Sexist Talk. If you have not hit the subscribe button, I'm going to need you to please hit the subscribe button. Do not forget to hit the thumbs up button. Um, we shall be back next Friday with Sexist Talk. Let's see what else. Megan's World podcast. Please follow us on Twitter. Megan's Duchess of Advocacy World podcast. We are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. My God, I need to do a podcast though, because I have not done one. I need to do a non-live podcast because I have not done one. Ooh, Jesus, it's been a long time. So I'm going to have to get that going again. We are on Instagram. We are known as Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast on Instagram. So please follow us there. Um, Again, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. I want to thank all of the channel members for being members of this channel. I want to thank all of the subscribers. I want to thank all of the squatties who participated in the live chat. I want to thank everybody, even if you're not a squatty. Maybe you just were listening. Maybe you're just a casual fan. I want to thank you for listening, and I want to thank you for supporting. Um, what else? We've got excited things going on in the world of sexes. So, we look forward to, oh, Jesus, do we look forward to that? No, 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 no. I don't think I'm going to bring that up. Prince Harry's memoirs. That's what we were looking forward to. So I can't wait till that comes out. And Megan, what's it? Was it Archetypes? Can't wait till her series of podcasts come out. So that's what I'm really looking forward to right there. So just a warning, those squatties. Next week, right? Is it next week? There's going to be a lot of noise, right? There's going to be a lot of noise next week because we all know what's going to be happening next week. So, let's just all stay focused and you know, ignore the noise because there's going to be a lot. There really, really is. All right, squatties, time to end this podcast. Remember to hydrate, no bad energy, and let's go ahead and get ready to do our rebel yell. You guys ready? Ready? Continue to wear the SS on your chest because we are the best. All right, squatties. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to hydrate. No bad energy, and I will see you next time. Bye.